How is everybody doing? Thank you very much and welcome to Coffee. How is it? I've got mine. I'm back on the black coffee. Not digging the black coffee, not liking it at all, but getting in the swing of it. I've got about another half hour till I'm allowed to eat. Blah, blah, blah. Anonymous gifter, thank you very much for gifting that sub to Don and Darlene. Nightmare, how you doing? Hillsy, what's up? Who we got in the chat? Larry, good to see you, brother. Nightmare, good to see you, honey. Plasma, Don and Darlene, doopy-doo, doopy-doo. Hey, we got a raid. Sean, how you doing, man? How is everyone? So, and actually, I got to hit up Jamie and see if there's time to chat today. So things are moving, man. We're getting ready to do the TikTok thing. Getting ready to start TikTok. Yeah, intermittent fast. Because I'm going to go back over to LA and do a bunch of meetings and all that sort of stuff. Oh, that was it. Sugar. I have, hold on. I had one. I was on a conversation with management. That's why I had to hold back the stream for a minute. Because of the time difference, it's really hard to get them on the phone. And then, what's everyone else doing? How is everyone's 4th of July? How is everyone else's? Atrocity TTV. Hey, Shim, I'm a fan. Well, I'm a fan of you too, man. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope you guys are doing well. How did you find the stream, Atrocity TV? How did you find it? Did you find it through the socials? From the song, Do You Know? Welcome to the Real World. Yeah, so apparently Triple J in Australia releasing. That's correct. Yeah, it's in PhotoShare. All right, let's check it out. Let's check out what Plasma Storm. I remember... we were unearthed on Triple J. We were unearthed by Triple J, and then we did a follow-up song. That was the first real song that we did as a follow-up. Let me go and look at it. It's in Picture Share, you said, man? Atrocity TTV. Do me a favor, let me know. How did you find the stream? I'm very interested. And we've got... I'm looking for it now. Hold on. Bloody hell. I can never find the stuff. You said it was in... Photo share, P. So I'm looking for P. Off-topic picture share? Is that it? I'm trying to find it. Hold on a second. Let's move to this. Where is it? This isn't it. Off-topic picture share, is that it? Nope. Go ahead. I need something to work with. Tell me, what did everyone get up to for 4th of July? Did anyone do anything interesting, or was it just the same old, we watched fireworks and nearly got set on fire? The TikTok account, do we have the exact handle for the TikTok account? Don and Darlene? Do we have that ready to rock and roll? Funny cat videos. Maybe we can watch some funny cat videos. Fan art, music chat. Where the hell is photo share? I blew stuff up. Good to hear. Happy that you did that. Happy about that photo share. Thank you, God. My Discord is way too crazy. All right. So this was the... Do you know... What is that even from? Where did you find that? And is that a CD cover that you got right there? Is that a CD cover? What is that? Hung out with my neighbors, had a fair amount of fireworks. It's Canada. Are they legal up there? Play bass. Machato. How is that an order? Are you just sending me orders with no sub? Just throwing down orders. Is that how it is, mate? Oh, Sean, that's right. Let's get to that in a minute. That's a good point. Hold on, But I got a couple of things to go through first, and I'll plug these a couple of times as we're going. So what we're gonna do after this, after lunch, we're going to be recording vocals for the rest of the day. So there's going to be some cool stuff for clips, and there's going to be some interesting stuff. I think I'm going to do an alternate version of... it's okay. Yeah, we'll have a look at a couple of things. Celebrate 4th July 1st, usually. And Atrocity TV, did you tell me? I'm very interested. Go ahead when you get a chance. Write in. I want to know, how did you find the stream? Had an encounter from a wayward ferret. I was gonna say. Found it on Discogs. Okay, cool. I ignored the local fireworks. They aren't legal here right now anyway. That's not they're not legal anywhere. Are they legal anywhere? So you mean I need to become a sub so you can play bass? No, you don't need to become a sub so that you can play bass, but you need to become a sub to think that you can talk to me like that. So even if you were sub and told me to play bass, I wouldn't fucking play bass just because you told me to. I would probably put off the bass playing until the next stream when you were at work. So I don't know if that answers your question. But just because, and how do you even know I have a bass? There's a bass, it's in the corner, I guess that you can see that's the bass. Are you a bass player? Can we throw up Jamie Lewis's call sign? If you want a bass player, click the link that's about to come up in there. That's a fucking bass player. That's a bass player. You don't want to watch me play bass. You want to watch him play bass. Just fingering that fucking bass. The new Fuel song Hard comes out in 3 days. Cool. They are legal here on the 4th from a certain time frame. Is that right? You can actually... I've been a fan. Cool, man. Awesome. Well, hey, I'm glad you're here, Atrocity. You know what? Since 2007. Thanks, man. Well, you'll be very happy to hear that during summer camp, we're going to be re-recording some of the songs off Dressed Up as Life, which was out in 2007. So, I hope you guys have fun. Also, don't forget, Atrocity TV, you might be interested in this if you knew and you didn't know. This Friday night is the Tripolar Listening Party. It's a Zoom concert. It's a low-dose show compared to the normal VIPs. And we're going to be running through the whole album, listening to the whole album, and before each album, we'll do a little story on what that is. Talking about each track, talking about every track's going to have a little bit of a story that you didn't know about. So if you've been listening to that record over the last 15 years and it's been a part of your life, there's going to be lots of fun stuff that you're going to want to hear for that. That's this Friday, 5 p.m. Go ahead and click the link that was just put up by Nightmare. Thank you very much. And we're not doing songs. Miguel, this is not a song stream. This is a chat stream for an hour. And then we're going to get to recording new music. And that's going to be what we're doing. Might have to call off work for that one. Yeah, I was going to say, you of all people, you should definitely let all the people in the Sick Puppies World crew know that this Friday, they can hear some sweet, sweet gossip about the tripolar, making of the tripolar thing. Go ahead and sell it up for me. Go ahead and just sling those tickets, mate. Go ahead and do your duty. What was your favorite band to tour around with? Good question. Probably Nickelback because they had the best catering. They're amazing guys, but on a day-to-day basis, like after you've seen any band's show, you know, Papa Roach is one of the best live bands in history. And when we toured with them, even I was like, I've seen it. I've seen it 20 times. I've seen it. I know when he's going to go, get the fuck up or whatever. But the catering makes a big difference. And Nickelback's catering was next level. Yeah, good, Larry. Go and do your job. Excellent. As for... You can hear as long there's not a burn ban. What? What are you talking about? You can hear as long as there's not a burn ban. Burn ban? Burn ban? Truly Awful Gaming. Fun Pack, we were on that Nickelback run with you in New Zealand. Are you the band? Are you the band that opened? There was one New Zealand show, and then we did a Sick Puppies show. And I remember, are you from that band? What was the band name? Please, These Four Walls opened in Auckland. Yeah, man. I was thinking about you a couple weeks ago because I remember we talked about Carnival because Carnival had just dropped their new record and I didn't like it and you said, no, I like that prog shit because I didn't like that it didn't have the choruses the first record had. Are you that guy? And you also gave me a good fucking comeback when I said... They were from... Yeah, that's you? Excellent. So, and you were also the fucking guy... one of the few things that I remember from that tour was being backstage with your band and you guys were talking New Zealand and you had the New Zealand accent and we'd been in New Zealand a couple of days and I hadn't had a chance to say it and I said it to you and I realized the moment that it came out of my mouth it was a dick thing to say. That's what I was about to say. That's fucking exactly what I was about to say. I said, you guys, every time I hear you guys talk, I just think of Flight of the Conchords and you were like, dick. Yeah, you just fucking sound like Rove. And I was like, oh yeah, that was a dick thing to say and that's a fucking solid comeback. And then I just kind of wore it. And I was like, yep. Yeah, I remember you. I remember you, man. What's your name? There's not a lot of New Zealanders on Twitch. I think there's like 3 that I've seen that are like proper Twitch streamers for music. I can't speak for I can't speak for video game stuff. G'day, Bonnie. How you doing, honey? Hilarious. I literally just jumped on to watch you talking about that. Yeah, Gray. Cool, man. Well, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the rebellion. You are subbed now, so we do, for if you're in New Zealand, it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we do cover shows, and we're going to be making new music in about an hour after this. Jokes not. Speaking of accents, you do have an accent. Well, that I can hear. Have another drink, honey. Peachy. Good. Sean, what again was your question? Anyone who has any questions, go ahead and ask them. That's what this is all about. Been watching a few of your streams, really digging what you're doing. Thanks, man. Thanks very much. Thanks for being here and letting me know who you are. So I'm new to the stream, but what is your favorite genre to play? Rock. Actually, that's not true. My favorite genre to play is the acoustic singer-songwriter stuff, but that's just because it's a lot easier. Really easy. In terms of stuff that I like to create, I like to create the rock shit. Let's have a listen to... I'll show you what I like to create. Let's have a list. Let's go and look this up for a second. I'll go and show you exactly this type of stuff that I like to make right here. By the way, Truly Awful Gaming, I want your opinion, and I want your honest opinion. I really have no feelings on this. I'm just trying to figure out if I've missed the mark, okay? Sean, once again, we've gone on to a different thing, so let's do that. Do the question again in a few minutes. So this is the most recent mix, and I've got to make it heavier. I've got to put in some more low screams and stuff like that. So have a listen to this.
You want another cover song, or you can sing along, and while we cash the checks, you walk and break it down. Now go ahead and break your neck, break your neck, break your neck. Let's put it down.
What you really wanna do? Yeah, talk to her, better talk to me. You look like you can really give it to her, but from the way you talk and the way you try to walk for me, the way you really try to put it on it. Oh, doing it like you never did before for me. The way you break them back and I break them back, the way you try to put another ball for me. Come on, yeah, tell me everybody is that. Never just shot, but it was one time, better knock that down, better hit you with that. That bullshit, y'all bitches know why they when they're making the drop, and everybody know every time I gon' do this, but we always making it drop. Everybody know when they come, when they're making it flop, or when they're making it out, I make a better one to stop. Get money, then cash that check for me. Everybody just bust your check for me. Everybody from every hood, bang your head and bring your motherfucking neck for me.
Just let me give you this shit to ride in your shit with me. Like your shit, we want this shit. Keep bouncing up and down these streets. So now go ahead, break your neck, break your neck, break your neck. Just bang your head until you stop to break your neck, break your neck, break your neck. Just bang your head until you. Let's put it down.
Put it out back and you know it don't go for breath. And everybody out know how we do it and we bust everybody in the head and we do it to death.
Raise it backward.
The fireball, you know a big killer ounce. I know you love the way we give it in the music, they keep you bounce. So get a little high, get a little drunk, get a little drunk. You better tell your crew, your peeps, everybody better keep their boots on. What you really wanna do is just place your bets and put your money where your mouth is. Everybody on the street just break your neck and keep on bouncing.
Just let me give you real street shit to ride in.
It needs lower guitars.
Like your shit, we want this shit. Keep bouncing up and down these streets. So now go ahead, break your neck, break your neck, break your neck. Just bang your head until you stop to break your neck, break your neck, break your neck. Just bang your head until you break your neck, break your neck, break your neck.
I've been listening. I'll let it finish. So I listen to it once every few days just to see, all right, what does it really need? And it needs more low end, more low guitars, more fatness. And that's going to be something that we're working on. I need to get that PRS baritone. As covers go, it is the best way possible. Anyway, so will you play video games on your Twitch? I'm not really. I do it every once in a while, but I'll probably start doing it more during summer camp when there's more time. All my free time is spent taking care of kids when I'm not. Dude, it's fun as hell. You can maybe add some low chugging guitars in the verses, staccato synth, lower in the mix, maybe a halftime breakdown-esque part in the second verse. Maybe I haven't thought about a halftime breakdown part. I think I fucked with that a little bit, and it's the whole thing is the song's 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. It's just like beginning to end, just go and then play it again. So Sean, I love the way he's like, so, huh, this is like Sean. So what's the most underrated puppy song in your opinion? What do you, now I gotta think about it. Pixel Pirates Music. Hey, g'day Pixel Pirates Music, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Let's talk about that for a second. The most underrated, oh, you know what probably is the most underrated puppy song? I think the most underrated Sick Puppies song would probably be... What's the most underrated Sick Puppies song that was ever released? I think the most underrated Sick Puppies song was probably Under a Very Black Sky. It's the last song in Connect, the last thing that anyone heard from the band technically. The closing track. And I think that by the time you got to the end of Connect, people were like... It's just a little bit weird. The whole album is like, some of these songs are heavier, some of these songs are really bent and soft, and some of them are super pop. And then the last track, but the last track is actually a really beautiful, classic sounding, epic pop thing. But no one ever talks about it, and we never played it. We never played it live, and it sort of like was the idea of like White Balloons Part 2, except that it wasn't really as good. Well, it's not that it wasn't as good as White Balloons, but we decided to really just take it all the way there. And Larry, one of your favorite tracks. So, but no one ever talks about that track in terms of being an underrated song. Anything off Connect, it's like, well, the song Connect, No Going Back, the singles, or Gunfight. But then that last track was like this. We spent a long time on that track to get it to just be perfect. And would I do it acoustically ever? Yeah, I do that acoustically. But it's one of those things. I'm very lucky that I've got 3 full albums of really great music. When it comes time to be like, well, what are you gonna work on? You got to make priorities. Trick the Devil Did. Yeah, that was a good song too. We played that live for a little while, but some of those songs just, I mean, by the time we got to Connect, there was like, I used to fucking hate playing Gunfight because it was the dumbest song ever. It's the dumbest fucking song ever. And I understand why people like it as like a gung sort of thing, but it's so fucking stupid. It's the dumbest song ever. And we had to play it because people liked it. I never really, I liked listening to it. I hated playing it. But at the same time, what are you going to do? You know, you're lucky to be in a position where you play songs. Adam Skio 4, what kind of music are you playing? Mostly rock, mate. Incarnations of rock. Pitiful would be choice. Pitiful is easy. Pitiful to play live is fucking easy. That's an easy song to play live. And that was always fun. We for the first 2 years we finished with that song because that's a dope song. I was thinking that's actually on the list of B choices. I think Howard's Tale was one of the songs I was most proud of that didn't really get discussed, and I think it was because people didn't really know. It's a very uncomfortable choice. People are like, let's talk about Howard's Tale. Let's talk about child molestation. It's like, no, let's not talk about it. Let's listen to it and move on. Does SP still play all the old stuff live? Yes, they predominantly play the old stuff live. Poison is really good too. Wasn't a huge fan of Gunfight. Poison's a great song. I love that song. Under a Very Black Sky is probably the first Sick Puppy song since it's like to feature Emma on lead vocals on the whole song. Yes, that's true. And I forgot she sang pretty much the whole song. Yeah, that was the one we were able to get her to sing. If you had a song you were about to give a sequel, which song would it be? Howard's Tale. Yeah, I definitely do Howard's Tale. Monsters there was a B-side off Tripolar that was kind of Howard's Tale Part 2, but it wasn't really it wasn't as good as Howard's Tale. If I could to pull off Howard's Tale Part 2, oh, that'd be epic. But it'd be hard because that song is like Howard's Tale is a perfect. Honestly, it's a perfect fucking song for what it is. It's a perfectly crafted, structured song. Does it annoy you that they do then live because it's your stuff? Doesn't annoy me at all. Play it for the rest of your career. I get paid. A sequel to My World will be interesting. That's true. That is very true. Pixel Pirates music. Do you work in the music business, Pixel Pirates? I got to feel if you're the first to ha that, then you know where I'm coming from, mate. Because you know they register it every public performance. They register it so they can get their cut. Arsehole Father from her perspective, who wants to hear from her? A sequel to My World. Honestly, I've never really The idea of doing sequels to songs, like, I think the only people who Metallica pulled it off well when they did their stuff. That was like, but for the most part, it's like, if you crack a great song, move on to the next one. Would there be a sequel to the song What Are You Looking For? No, I don't think so. The sequel to What Are You Looking For is however your life plays out day to day after you listen to it. That's the sequel. The sequel to What Are You Looking For is your life. Your life, not mine. Only a hobby for 16 years. I only produce 1 or 2 songs per year, so whatever that means. I like my world. No, you like drinks. Go and have another one, honey. Mesmerize, hypnotize, but I guess that's not entirely sequel. No, that's a concept. I love the concept of that. I love the idea of it as a concept. Those are my favorite records, by the way. I think it was Hypnotize, whichever the first one was. Was Mesmerize the first one? Yeah. That one it's still my favorite System of a Down record. I think they did jump the shark by making it a double album, because there's a few songs on the second one that I'm like, could have probably made those B-sides or something like that. Not a sequel per se from My World, but how things have come since then. Well, that's just every song I write from now on, because My World was really a very, very autobiographical song. So every song afterwards is basically a sequel. Anything that comes from the first person. Would you make a You're Going Down 2? Well, there are elements of... it's my all-time favorite song of Tripolar. If that's the case, you're probably going to like my next record, because my next record is going to be heavy as shit. It's going to be very, very heavy. We're going to put some baritones in there. We're going to have some dark themes. It's going to be like Tripolar. It's not going to be Tripolar Part 2, but it's going to be the sort of record that if you like the heavy shit, you're going to like it. The question is, how much fusion do you bring into the record? How many different ideas and concepts? How much electronic elements? How much hip-hop elements? Not like it's going to be a hip-hop record, but flavor, so that it's not the same fucking thing that Tripolar was. And then how much do you stay true to it? My World has it was very dark, and the video showed so much emotion. Thank you very much. Like a brother. It's kind of like a brother. Yeah, a brother is a good way to put it. It's like the bastard child. I'd like Tripolar to... The new record, of which I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's going to have some great songs on it. And it's going to have some in-your-face. It needs a few songs. I'm making a point, like, You're Going Down was a song that was used for WWE and UFC. So the new record needs a few songs that just fucking fit that lane. That just, as long as they don't sound like copies, they need to still be fresh, but they've got to hit that emotion. They've got to hit that hit. What's the most underrated all-time from any band? Most underrated all-time from any band. Do you mean song? Sean, can you be a little more clear in what specifically you're asking? The rules around adding textures have changed so much, it's fucking liberating as a writer these days. Yeah, I agree with that. The question then becomes, how do you stop yourself from going too far? Because people who are musicians are like, yeah, I'm going to put in some Bach over a hip-hop beat, because I can. And everyone's like, too far. Hip-hop with a guitar riff. We can digest it. You start putting in time signature changes over but it lands on the one, but it's fucked up before then. No vague twitching. Truly Awful Gaming. Have you guys been doing new stuff? What are you doing with yourself now? What are you doing with yourself now, Gray? You guys still doing the same thing as the last time I saw you? It's got to be hard in New Zealand, man. Slow Drag. Good to see you, my brother. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, coming in fast with the Slow Drag. Good to see you, my brother. Welcome to Coffee with Shim. This is our chatting stream, just hanging out, talking smack, ask any questions, give me any comments you're interested in. Thank you very much, Corey and Kara for the follow, and Pork Roll Bob. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. I hope your stream went amazing. Oh, honey. Oh, Booby released an album 1 month before the lockdown happened. Perfect timing. But even if you release an album in New Zealand, there's like, you can only tour for a month, right? And then it's kind of over. unless you come to Australia. I am so happy that You're Going Down was a song in the Tekken movie because that is how I found you, and you are one of my favorite artists since then. The Bottom and Riptide are my favorites. Pixel Pirates music, thank you, honey. How did you come to find the stream? Let me know. Is this the first time that you've been here? Your name looks familiar, but I could be wrong. Let me know if you found it because of the social media stuff. Did you come and look it up, or did you just stumble upon it from Twitch? Button Socks coming in fast with a slow drag. That's right. Slow drag. How are you doing, man? New music? What's going on? Thank you very much, Nightmare, for gifting those subs. Thank you for gifting that sub to the slow drag. And thank you to everyone who has been donating so that I can get a full night's sleep to our beautiful CPAP machine. It's a little bit, it's not very rock star to be like, hey, the donation goes for a fucking... All right, Lily, take care, honey. No, I have been here before. I thought you had. I thought you looked familiar. Found it on Facebook a long time ago, but live in Sweden, so time difference. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad. I got to get back to Sweden. I'm looking forward to getting new music out and getting everything happening so that I can get back to Sweden, start touring. I love the chain. Thank you very much, honey. Life is good. Just finished production on an EP. It took a little vacay. Life is good. I'm glad. Life is always good for the slow drag, man. The slow drag. Has anyone ever gone into the slow drag stream and not seen him happy? And anyone seen him like me, swearing at the camera or stressed out about shit not working on the computer? He's always like, hey, man, everything's okay. Something horrible? It's okay. Just give it some time, man. Yeah. How you living? Hair looks good. That's the plan. Yeah, we've been, that's all I do. I sit around, I stream, and I grow my hair. That's what I do. And thank you very much for noticing. Slow Drag is on them good vibes. He's on that weed vibe. But oh shit, I nearly fell over my own chair. Now, we're coming back to the States in less than a month, making the trip over to the States, and working on new music, putting together the whole plan. And it is going to be, and Slow Drag, if my plan works, then everyone, you're gonna be very envious of the setup that we're gonna have. The cameras, I'm working with Jamie Lewis, the bassist. Go ahead and throw up his call, gang sign, whatever you call it. We're gonna be working with Jamie, and there's also a couple of other surprises that are in the works. And so if we do that, it's gonna look great. We're gonna be working on the new record. It's going to be heavy, it's going to be big sounding, it's going to be dope. Thank you very much, Pixel Pirate Music, for the sub. He's got the best camera game, dude. He's got that 4K action from 10 years of YouTubing. He came into the game. He came in hot. He came in hot like the slow drag. What's your favorite show you've ever played? Oh, well, I can tell you one thing that's really cool. Slow drag, you'll appreciate this in a second. Where am I making the record? He's up in Vegas. Domi J Tricks. G'day, mate. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. A bunch of new people coming in. Oh, that's fucking awesome. So let me tell you, my favorite day of shows. I'll tell you, this is a great story, all right? My favorite day of shows. You guys wouldn't know, but the Big Day Out was the big festival in Australia for the whole time I was growing up. It was, 2 stages, 60 to 80,000 people. It was only ever one day. Sometimes it went for 2 days, but they didn't have rotating bills. It was like whoever headlined again the second day, and they just sold more tickets. And so, truly awful. You'll appreciate this, right? So I grew up watching the stage and being every year going, I'd be like, one day I want to be on that stage, the main stage. And I remember thinking I'll open the main stage because I'm not going to be headlining, or I'll be like, one day I'm going to open that stage. I'm going to be the Aussie band that opens that stage. So the Free Hugs video happened, the band blows up, and now we're just trying to keep up with this wave that's happened. The second thing, which was way more corporate, not rock and roll at all, very much like Channel 10, it's like Fox News shit, right? Like imagine the Fox Independence Day on Fox News, okay? The Independence Day celebration on Fox News, and they have a few artists that show up and they do a big show that they televise. Our version of that was the Australia Day Live. And every year on Australia Day, Channel 10 would have a big show at the Australia's capital, which was in ACT, which is about 3 to 4 hours drive south of Sydney. And they invited us to play it because of the Free Hugs video. And we were like, yeah, of course, we'll play it. And that show is like 40 to 60,000 people again. Like, it's a big deal. Plus, it's televised across the whole country, and the whole country watches it. And all the bands were pop. It was all pop bands, Whitlams, Guy Sebastian, whoever the hell else. So we woke up, and we opened the main stage at the big day out for 60,000 people, and then we signed merch and did the bullshit, and then we got in the car and we drove down to the ACT, where that Australia Day live show was, and then we played to 60,000 people again, live televised to a couple of million, and rocked all of the shows, like crushed all the shows. Like the big day out, the Brisbane big day out, I blew, and then by the time we got to Sydney, I got over my nerves and did a good job. And then by the time we got to the Australia Day show, I was like, I'm gonna own this. I'm a rock star. Fucking, I just decided, fuck it. I'm gonna own this. I'm not gonna be nervous. I'm not gonna be a bitch. I'm just gonna go and do it. And luckily that was televised to everyone. And the thing that I fucking loved about it was that everyone knew, because they announced, they literally said on live TV, and keep in mind, everyone from high school is watching this, right? That shit that we talk about full circle. Everyone in high school said, you're a joke. You're never gonna make it. You're no good. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to go to America. And they're like, good luck. You're going to go to, like, you can't even make it here, which we did. But then it's fucking, who gives a shit about things happening in Australia? You know, you have a hit record in Australia and then no one, who cares? Have a hit record in America and people start to care in Australia. So like, going to America, going to get famous, and fuck all you people. So then we did it. Created the first viral video in history. Got a song all over the fucking radio. And then come back, and when we're walking on stage to play the Australia Day thing, they said, fresh from their first viral video, creating the concept of a viral video in the first place ever in history. And then they also just opened up Big Day Out and drove, like, they basically opened Big Day Out this morning and then came and played this show for you guys. And I'm there, and I literally looked in the camera. I remember, if you go and watch it, I'm like, it was humbly put to say, thanks for letting a little garage band from Sydney on this humongous, amazing stage. But it was a nice way of saying to all the people, remember when we were in the garage and you thought we were shit? And now look, I just wanted to trigger that memory for you. It was calculated as a motherfucker. I literally said, thanks for letting a garage band from Sydney on the stage. And I was like, remember when we were a garage band and you were talking shit? Fuck you all. And then we crushed it. We played 2 songs and crushed it, and it was awesome. And it was so that was my favorite gig. That was definitely my favorite day's worth of shows. That will always be the full circle coming of age. To leave with nothing and come back with everything, and then do it on live television and just throw dicks in everyone's faces. That's what you live for. And the thing that I love about it most is that I manifested it very clearly. It wasn't an accident. It was something that I manifested for years, to say, I'm going to go over there and come back swinging. I'm not going to swing here, and I'm not going to go over there and forget about Australia. I'm going to go over there and then come back and be like, fucking told you. Took me about 7 years. Has anyone from high school that gave you shit come up to you, maybe thinking you would remember them, and told you that they loved your music now? There was one kid. His name was Mark Kennedy. He was the popular kid in primary school, and he didn't give me shit, but he used to think that I wasn't really worth his time. And then afterwards, when I came through, he hit me up through like management and DMs and Facebook, and was like, you remember me? I'm in the town that you're in, and let's hang out. And I hung out with him, and I was bored. He was so boring. And Mark, if you're watching, I hope you're not boring anymore. But he was boring. I was there, and I'm like, why do I have to deal with this? I want to be like, yeah, it's full circle. But by the time I got to that point in my life, I was like, I don't care about the shit you used to say. Your life is your punishment, and my life is my gratification. So, fuck it. It does. It really is. You know what the best thing about reaching dreams is? And I have my new set of goals. My new 10-year plan was put into effect March of last year. My new 10-year plan, which is now in the process of rolling out. Once you achieve something and you recognize that you can actually achieve whatever you want, like once you recognize you go, okay, I want to go over there and do this thing. If you want to be, I'm sure Hilsey, if you're still here, if you want to be a doctor, you got to go and do 3 years of college just to get to the point where you can start to learn how to be a doctor. You got to go and get degrees before your other degrees. You better you better have some patience and some grit and determination to get through 10 years of stuff to go to be a medical, like a doctor. But it takes 10 years. But once you do something and realize, oh, I can actually achieve it, I can make a plan and go and achieve it and make it happen. Once you've done that once, and you write it down, you write your shit down, and then you look back and you go, I said I was going to do that. And if you write it down and you keep at it, eventually it'll happen. Eventually, if you go out in the world every single day and say, this is who I am and this is what I'm doing, after 1 year, it'll throw you a bunch of obstacles. And if you then turn around and say, maybe it's not who I was and I don't think I'm doing that anymore, then the world will go, cool. So you just told us you're not doing it anymore. If you come out and say every day for years and years, this is who I am and this is what I'm doing, eventually the world will run out of shit to throw at you and it will just accept and agree with you and say, I guess this is what you're doing. And then eventually the pieces, they'll start to fall into place because you'll be putting them in place. 5 years down the track, you go, I vividly remember, this is one of my favorite memories. I'll tell you one of my favorite memories from getting signed to Capitol Records. Bill Carroll, a big teddy bear of a man with a heart of gold. Sweetest guy you've ever wanted to meet. First time that I spoke to him, he tells me a year later, we've become known on Capitol as the hardest working band on Capitol because we fucking were. And he told me this over a beer one night. And he said, do you remember the first time that we spoke? And I said, yeah, it was on the phone at a hotel in Adelaide or something. And we were on the big day out and we'd just been signed to Capitol. And he called me up and he said, hey, I'm going to be your, the main point person on your record in the States. And he was like, he did this phone call with people. He would call the band the first time he would call and he would sort of like vet them and be like, this is it now. You're ready for the US? Like, we're going to be putting you guys to work. And he picked up the phone and he called me and he said, is this Shim, the singer from the band? I said, yeah. And he said, so I'm your representative. We've got a whole bunch of stuff lined up for you. And he said, are you ready? And I said, are you ready? And he paused and he was like, he told me a year later, he was like, that was the moment when I realized this was going to be a fucking roller coaster. Because I didn't know who the fuck you were and you're stuck in Sydney, you're in a hotel on the back end of Australia and I'm telling you, get ready to conquer America. And you asked me if I was ready. And I'm like, yeah, but that's what it fucking takes. And we went in and we just devoured that fucking country. Devoured it. Straight up. Ain't no point getting out of bed if you ain't living the dream. Sturgill Simpson. I know some people who deliberately pretend to not know people because they themselves were dickheads back in the day. Yeah, I can understand that. It's a little bit tough though. Thanks, VG Titan. What else are we talking about here? Did 4 years to start another 5 years, right? That's why I love your style, Hilsey, because you got to have a vision for what you want your life to be. You have to have a vision of what you want your life to be so that you can come back to the vision when shit gets hard. And if you want to, and the irony is that you have to have a vision for the life that you want to live, not the thing that you want to achieve. The thing that you want to achieve is it's a stepping stone, or it's a flag in the sand that you aim for, but your life will become the pursuit of your goal. Your life will become the pursuit of your goal. So if you pick the right goal and you enjoy pursuing your goal, you'll have a good life. If you choose the wrong goal, you're going to have a shitty life. And if you choose short-term goals, you'll just keep making more short-term goals. If you have a long-term goal that you enjoy the process of achieving, you will automatically have a good life no matter what they throw at you, because you'll know who you are and what you're doing. And when things get difficult, you'll say, okay, as I overcome this next obstacle and then continue to put footsteps forward to my goal, it will make me stronger. Whereas if you let those detract you from your journey, it will make you weaker. So when you get to the point where you've achieved a big, audacious goal and realize I can actually do anything I set my mind to, then your next goal is just fun. Doesn't matter what it is. You could be spaceman. But literally, I want to be an astronaut. You could do that. It would take you 15 to 20 years before you're in space. But if you started now and said, I'm going to be an astronaut, what do I got to do? In 20 years, I'm going to be in space looking down at the Earth. There is nothing to stop you from achieving that. There's nothing except, the obvious stuff of like if you're blind and you can't physically do the thing. But like in general, You can do it. Yeah, and you go faster than other people and you end up being called a baby doc because I got there at such an early age. Good for you, honey. A baby doc. I wouldn't trust you with a scalpel. You look like you just got out of fucking med school. You look like you just got out of fucking high school. Imagine Hilsey walking up with a spatula like, everything's fine, I'm trained for this. You'd be like, I don't care. I want a 60-year-old guy with a Jewish last name. The life you want to live, that's where we need to work back from. That's a good point. Shim, it's so true, but manifest it over and over to make it happen. You have to wake up every day. I don't reckon you changed much when you became famous. That's very sweet. Thank you very much. It's true. It's not true. I changed a lot when I became famous and then had to reverse my way back. I turned into a bit of a dick. I started to get very entitled once I got there was a couple years where I was very entitled and I made a lot of mistakes. Luckily, I'm still here. I reached a goal that I thought I truly wanted, but once I got there and completed it, I realized I didn't want to be there. I am happy I did, but nothing will come of it. I can understand that too, honey. You still are entitled. I'm kidding. Go fuck yourself. I did it all the way through, just didn't like it. I think that's important. I agree. There are elements. I knew that when I actually I knew when I sold platinum and #1 single, blah, blah, blah. I knew that once I got there, it wouldn't satisfy me. But I knew I had to do it anyway. I literally knew. I said, I'm going to I'm going to be successful. I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm going to get there and it won't make me happy. And then the reflection of understanding the journey and the process and the goal and the whole thing I have to get past it. It was an obstacle because I knew that if I didn't achieve those things, I would have regret, and regret is the number, you can't get rid of regret. If you choose to live with regret, it's very hard to just let things go, especially if you know that you could achieve something. So I was like, I've got to go and achieve those things and get them out of the way and then come back and figure out who I am and what makes me happy. And I think that's the same with everyone. If you want to go and do something, you have to do it just so that you don't live with the regret of the shoulda, coulda, woulda. But at the end of the day, the only thing that ever is going to make you happy is having people who really love you around you, that really love you, not the idea of you or what you give them, blah, blah, blah. People that actually love you, have them around, and then spend every day doing the thing that makes you, that is your purpose, the thing that is your calling. Spend all your time doing that and make sure that you feel at least financially safe enough. You don't want to be financially like, I'm going to be homeless next month because I follow my passion. But if you're like, I've only got $10,000 in savings and I've only making enough each month to pay my rent, that's better than 98% of the rest of the world. I was mentoring people older than me because they were still in school and I was already done with my PhD. That's badass, honey. Back to work. Cheers for the motivation, my dude. Hey, Truly Awful Gaming. Gray, you're welcome. Glad you were here, man. Thanks very much. The things that I am passionate about will not make me money. Well, then you got to find a way to just be financially secure and also do the things that you want. Or you need to be willing to spend 5 years grinding to be able to make enough money doing what you love. At least not a lot of money. Well, these are the choices that you do. 10,000 is invisible. My 10,000 is invisible. What was the worst thing you did or kept doing when you became famous? Most rock stars drink a lot. Yeah, I drank a lot before. CPAP, welcome to getting old. Tech Beck, yep, that's exactly what this is. Yep, I found out, for anyone that doesn't know. So here's the thing, we're going to do a quick plug for 60 seconds. The Tripolar Anniversary Listening Party is this Friday night at 6 p.m. If you love that record and you want to hear all the stories about how it was made, come to the Tripolar Anniversary Party. The tickets are right there on that link that you can get. It's a low-dose show. It's on Zoom. You click a link. You're hanging out with me. We're talking, telling stories, the whole thing, okay? Second thing, I have a few copies of this available, okay? This is my personal stash. My personal stash of these old... This is the old Fly EP that was the second release that we did in Australia. That was very rarely printed. So I've opened up my personal stash. I've got a few of them available if you want to buy one. They're available also through the merch store. Autographed, personalized, the whole jam. Go and grab one if you want one. And then also there's a package where if you want to get the Dog's Breakfast EP, which is Literally, they were never printed. My personal stash are the only ones in existence. Those are available as well, and you can get them personalized for hardcore Sick Puppies fans if you want to grab those. They are expensive, so don't be surprised at the price tag. It's because they're very limited. And so that's that. And then what was the other thing? What the fuck was the other thing? Oh, the CPAP. So this thing here, I found out a week ago that I've had sleep apnea my whole life. And if you think that I'm a little bit hyperactive now, imagine what I would be like. I sleep 20% of the time, apparently. Apparently 20% of the night I'm actually asleep, and the rest of the time I'm just not asleep. So I'm running on 20%. So I want to get this CPAP machine so I can start working at 100%, especially since we're moving into the next phase of the career. Yeah, Jugsnort, have you? So that's what that's about, and I'm very lucky. I'm not fucking precious, and I've got no ego on it. If it turns out I need some old man machine, I'll fucking have it. I'll take pictures. I'll put it up on. I've sold my records. I've done my thing. I've got no problem. I'm not trying to be cool. Anyway, you would 100% would be scary. Let's find out, Tech. Let's find out together. Give me your fucking money. Ray Lou, can't imagine what you'd be. Black coffee is hitting today on fire. Yeah, the black, well, it's that, and also I'm burning fat right now, intermittent fasting. Back. I paid him $1 when I said, you know what, can we ban Jugsnort? Give her a 600. Give her a 600. The Fly EP, What was the worst thing? So the question was, I'll tell you exactly, and I will go on record, okay? This story has never been told, okay? Hilsey, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Hilsey. Love you, bub. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the other people who donated. What? No. Here's the best story. I knew that things were out of control, and I knew that I was a dick, and it was the moment that it happened, and luckily I pulled it back straight away. We were doing a show at Hard Rock Cafe, and it was a big paying gig, and I was just fucking sick of being on tour and sick of playing music, and the band fucking hated each other, and it was just like we weren't talking, and everything was negative. We'd been on tour for too long, everyone was tired, and we had lost touch. We were playing the Hard Rock Casino, and they were paying us well to basically be a fucking house band for like 45 minutes. It was the best deal in the world. Doesn't come along very, very often. And there weren't even that many people there. The place, they hadn't advertised it well. It was just, we've got this budget. They were paying us like thousands of dollars for a 45-minute set, and there was only a handful of fans there. And so the manager comes up to me and he's like, listen, you're contracted for 45 minutes. Whoa, CPAPy has donated 100. Tech, was that you? Who was that? Why doesn't anyone tell me? Why doesn't anyone tell me that when they actually donate? Thank you very much to whoever CPAPy is that chose to remain anonymous. We're at 8:25. We're close. We're close to the CPAP. Thank you very much. It's more fun to fuck with you. So it was you, motherfucker. Thank you very much. Tech back. I know that means you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna fall on my sword here and tell you the moment that I truly was a dick and embarrassed myself, right? Manager comes up and he's like, listen, you're contracted for 45 minutes. They're paying you really well. And there's a handful of fans there that are really looking forward to it, but you can play longer. Like, you can play for fucking 2 hours. No one's going to stop you. So it was like, why don't you want to add a few more songs in? And I asked him, how much are they paying us again? Basically, is it worth it? Like, how much more are they paying us to be worth us playing a few more songs? And he gave me a look, which was like, fuck, really? You're that guy now? You fucking asked that question? And the moment he looked at me, I was like, fuck, I can't believe I just said that. Like, people have come to hear our music. They're not paying for it because it's a free thing, but still, it was like, there are people here to hear your music that you fucking wrote. And I was like, I'm about the money. I'm like, how much is it? Am I getting paid enough to play a few extra songs? And at that moment, I was like, I literally just detached from everything. And I was like, I went back and looked at old videos and found old diary entries and old home movies of when we started to be like, you're out of touch. You've totally forgotten where you fucking came from. And then I started to reverse. Then I started to come back down to earth and appreciate things and try to communicate more and all the good stuff. But that was where That was like right at the end of Tripolar when we had been on tour for 2.5 years, and we were just I think when you get burned out, you just lose touch in general. Then when you're on tour, then when you're not talking about it, you put it all together, and it was a dick, and I was like, fuck, I'm a dick. I'm a dick. That came out of my mouth real natural. I didn't think about it. I'm a dick, and like so I had to fucking pull it back. And that was the moment. That was when I knew, like, okay, I've crossed over. I'm like rock star headspace. I think I'm fucking awesome. I'm that guy. And that was when I was like, cool, I've hit that. I finally reached that plateau. Now we're not going to keep going that direction. We're going to come back and start, and you pay for it. You pay for it when you get too fucking big. People you start pissing people off, and you're a dick, and then people don't want to hang with you, and people don't want to work with you, and then opportunities go away, and you pay for it, man. Everything comes back around. Everything comes around. I've heard stories from other people where they're like, I met this producer, and I mentioned your name, and he says you're a dick, and I know you're not a dick, but you must have fucking pissed him off. And I was like, yep, I remember doing a couple sessions with him, and I was probably a dick. Like, I was drinking and fucking thought I was king shit, and yep. And so I'm not going to work with that guy, and he's a big deal. I blew that relationship. You fuck things up sometimes. I would say 90% of the people I know that have become famous have become idiots when they got fame. It's not many people that still have their feet on earth after the fame. I think the hard thing is that fame, I was never even famous. I was popular in my lane for a minute. Dingleberries, thank you very much for that generous donation. Dingleberries? Is this whole stream gonna be... Hold on, now I really want to find out who that was. I'm gonna look it up. Who the fuck writes Dingleberries? Dingleberries. What am I... I'm looking for... Hold on a second. Let me look up. Come on. It's not even a username. It's a fucking random... How do you do that? Why do you go so high? Talking so high. I've received a donation from a series of fucking random letters and numbers at DD whatever. Like, it doesn't have a name. You can type in whatever. I shot my wad. Alright, well, Dingleberries... I think it was Tech. You know what? I'm going to say it was Tech, and if the person who's responsible wants to put their hand up and say, I was a dick for doing that, then go ahead. That's what I was thinking. I think it is. Tech Beck, you could look at your PayPal account likely. I just did, and now we're behind the times. Okay. I think it was Tech Beck. It was Prop Cat. Hey, do you guys want to do it? Total squirrel moment. Who wants to see a couple of Lil Shim t-shirts? If we make a couple of Lil Shim t-shirts, is anyone interested in grabbing like Lil Shim on a t-shirt with a, like, I'm trying to think of the caption that would be under it. Keep calm and fucking, I don't even know. What is it? Keep calm and carry on? I'd rather have a Lil Shim puppet. You can buy a Lil Shim puppet. I think we're out at the moment. We might have to do a mid-year run of Little Shim puppets. There's a whole bunch of rebels have already got them. I just shimmed myself. Lemon X, that's what you came back with. Where have you been? Keep calm and shimify. I can dig that. That's a good one. Keep calm and shimify. And shimify it. Excellent. Good for you, man. So I'm thinking, like, if we're going to do that, or get shimmed, I'd rather just have, like, literally, like, have Lil Shim with his hand out and just be like, give me your fucking money. You got a Little Shim right next to you? That's right. Crispy got one. Ray Ray Lou, I have the puppets for sale. My son would love that. Don and Dahl, let's put it on the list of if we... Okay, yo, let's do it. Let's do a poll right now. Shimon. Can we do a poll? Who wants to buy a Little Shim puppet? Who would... Okay, keep in mind, the puppets are $50, right? They're $50. The reason is because they're handmade and limited edition. They're literally made by hand and sewed by hand. So if you want one, that's what it costs. $50. Who wants to get a Little Shim puppet that doesn't have one? Starlight. Thank you very much, Nightmare, for that. Much appreciated. Shim money. They're adorable. Go ahead. Let's put it up. I'd love one, but I'd probably have to fight my son for it. That's why you buy two. Okay? The poll is up. Little Shim puppet ? I'd buy one seriously, and that means actually seriously. Just let me finish. So the poll is up. Get 3. That's right. I already have a puppet. He needs a channel in the Discord for his world adventures. Tilsy's got one. We'll do a little Shim shirt. We're definitely going to figure out a little Shim shirt. See, this is the thing, right? So we got a handful of people. No thank you. There we go. Thank you. If you don't want one, please say no thank you, because I'd like to know how many people are actually telling me they don't want one. My daughter and I both have a puppet. That's awesome, Nightmare. Can Lil Sim do the worm? What does that mean? Is that a worm dance? Is that a dance that little puppets do? Is that what's up? We got about another 60 seconds on the... Yeah. All right, so we're not going to be doing a run. There's 3 people that want to buy it. Not worth it. We'll do t-shirts. Can I nominate Hootie to do a Lil Shim design because she rocks at that cartoon style? Go for it. Go and do a Lil Shim design. Let's do it with Keep Calm and Shimify. Oh, keep calm and stay fearless. That's what it has to be. That's what it has to be. Keep calm and stay fearless with Lil Shim. That's what it needs to be. German a Big One does with their Shim puppet is his business. I'd love to buy one, but funds. I totally get it. We should do some. Well, let's do a shirt, a basic shirt. Keep calm and stay fearless with Lil Shim doing a thing. I don't know what he's gonna be doing, but it'll be good. In the meantime, hold on one second. All right, let's run the gag.
Thank you all for showing up, hanging out today. Glad that you're enjoying the show, but first just let me say bye, bye fucking bud. I know it's funny, but I fucking need your money, so go bye, bye fucking bud. This one's a goodie, buy a t-shirt or a hoodie. Making a living ain't easy, it's true, but it sure would fucking help if you'd support what I do. When you buy my fucking merch, buy some fucking merch.
Who wants to call it? Cat. Cat. I love. We've got to put together a little emoji that just for that one, just for like so that people can put meow meow meow. Do we have it? Has everyone got their little meow? Actually, there are a few. I love that you guys are donating. Where are the new cat videos? I know I haven't. I'm trying to make a new record, and sometimes I don't get to prioritize the cat videos, but they are on the Discord, so maybe we can watch them in Discord. Hold on a second. Funny cat videos. Fuck, there's a lot of them, eh? Hold on a second. All right, let's check this out. Hey, listen, I'm gonna do one thing real quick, and you guys can watch this. Nope, that's not working. Hold on. Went to get a cold can of Pepsi and it's not in the fridge, so I had to reach in the box. Luckily, it's a cold day. Shut up. Shut. Shush just tipped $25. What is this the new thing? I'll take it. You know I'll take all your money. But no one wants any credit. No one wants anything. Let me just, okay. I'm going to find out who said it. I'm going to find out. Slow Drag, you still here? Slow Drag, tell me if you're still here. You motherfuckers. Is this the new gag? Put in a whole bunch of just random letters and send me money and be like, he won't know who it's from. I'm so frustrated. I'm so upset that you're sending me all of this money and I don't get to thank anyone. It's a hard fucking life, guys. It's a hard life. It must have wanted to help with your goal. I know, Plasma. It's part of the shtick. Have you not been here long enough? Did someone leave it with 69? Yep, 69 cents. So if anyone wants to knock out that 69.69, then go ahead and hit it up. In the meantime, we got some cat videos. Let's check these out. Hold on. How do I... Is this nightmares? We're gonna go down from the bottom, up from the bottom, sorry, okay? So hold on. Volume. Let's check this out.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Oh, sorry, do you want pets?
Yep.
More?
Yeah. Please. Wait. Yay. Come on. Yay! Mmm.
That's fantastic. Seriously, you know what the thing that's funny to me is that I'm here trying to make really cutting edge music that hits emotional triggers, and that's definitely going to be more successful than anything I put out. Fucking A. King of Monsters, that was your one? Jason. Hold on, is this... What the hell is this? $24.31. Thank you very much. Are we gonna hit this? Are you seriously gonna hit this goal during a chatting stream? I'll just play cat videos all day. Here, let's keep it going. Thank you very much to you, Un69ing. That is funny. Whoever that was. Okay, hold on. Turn this off. Let's get back. Let's get serious. That is funny. That's actually really, really clever. Hold on. Let me turn down the playlist real quick so it's not... That's funny. I'm gonna watch that again. That's really great. That's a good one. Who was that one from? King? Fucking King's the best. Okay, hold on. Dale. What is this? Oh no! Oh no! Undone has donated $1. Jugs, thanks for that. I know that was you. Only Jugs would just tip the tip. King of Monsters. This would be funny. Oh, Jesus.
I don't wanna be touched, but you be trying way too much. Keep on pointing fingers at me. You're gonna lose a finger or three.
Who is this chick? Who is this chick? Did she make this? That's... Fuck. Wait, who? I actually really want to know who that is now. Hold on a second. Wait. What's her name? Meredith Bull. King, are you in the house? Is that a thing that she does a lot? Because that's really cool. Cat suddenly realizes it has 4 paws. Well, damn. Oh. Videos unavailable. Great. Let's see what the next one is. Hold on a second. Let me get this set up if we're going to do YouTube. Do this properly. Doopy doo. Back down to here. What do we got? Okay, wait, is this YouTube as well? When you try to fight but your arms are too short. Why aren't these showing up? Alright, hold up. Wait, what do we got? Note Tech has donated. It's not tech. Not tech. Thank you very much. We're only $74 away. $74. Very close. Very. Thank you so much. Here, let's keep watching cat videos. This is fun. Not tech back. Thank you, honey. Oh! That's cold. That's really cruel. That's really funny. Funny angry cats. Watch until the end. Don't mess with these pets.
Почему себя так ведешь? А? Ну что? Ты почему себя так ведешь?
Why do they get so pissy? Why do they get so pissy at each other, honestly? Oh no. Oh shit, that is funny. Hold on. Oh no. Oh, he's pissed. Look at him. These cats are little pricks. These cats are pricks.
Here, take it. It's all yours.
Hold on one second. I just realized I gotta do. Let's go back to the... I'm gonna go back to the Rebels. The Rebels options. Let's have a look at a few more of these ones that you guys sent in. Greatest cat video of all time. Is that right? Hold on one second.
Come on. Come on. Come on, go.
What the fuck? That's it? That's it. Okay. What else have we got? Oh, is that all of them? Is that all the Rebels have come up with? My cat does that every night. It attacks your feet. Okay, cool. Piano cat with perfect pitch. Let's check this out. Sapphire Sexy. That's funny. Cats with a Roomba. What the hell? That was a bit weird. Hold on. I want to see cat suddenly realize that it has 4 paws, but it's not. Disturbed cat, please. Which disturbed one? Oh, wait, there's another one here. Hold on. Claps. Cat slaps a seal. Oh. It's funny how cats do that, man. Fucking. Are you guys all cat lovers? Is everyone here a cat lover? You must add to this thread, Bonnie. Maybe this will be how we end our Just Chatting streams from now on. And I can take your recommendations, because if I just try to find ones on my own, you might be stuck doing. We'll be stuck watching half-assed cat videos, because the rebellion is the filtration system. It's the filter, the quality filter of cat videos. It's called Funny Cat Videos. Shock horror. Why can't my username be that? Donated 75. We've hit it. Boom! We hit it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Why can't my username be that? That is awesome. Congratulations. Every dollar counts. Pixel Pirates, thank you so much, honey. Thank you very much. I'm so glad you're here, and thank you very much for that generous donation. Thank you so much. Why can't my username be that? TechBeck, Shimon Dino. I cannot wait to get this machine. Post a picture of what it looks like. I'm going to post a picture of what it looks like on the Discord or the social media. You can all see me looking like an old man or a fucking mutant. I don't even know what it's going to look like. A sleep stream. Yeah, that'll be good. 8 hours of me just there, not even snoring anymore. And me with more energy. Add an extra 10. No, so you were not too late, Pixel Pirates. I appreciate that. And I'm sure there's going to be... The $1,000 doesn't include the tax. So I've still got to pay tax on it. So it's actually not even... I'll be paying for the tax. So your $10 will go towards the CPAP machine and is very much appreciated. Thank you. Going to have a face hugger. If you sleep after all that coffee and Pepsi. Well, what I've got to do now is I've got to go and have lunch. So I've got to go and have lunch because I'm actually 1 hour over my fasting limit. And then come back and then we're going to sing a whole bunch of songs down. We are not as awesome as Nightmare. Oh, please, shush. Aquajams. Liam has TP, TP, have a sleep study in 2 weeks, stay at the hospital. Oh, man. Someone throw the Discord link up so I can add to the Roomba video. Okay, cool. PJ Party, look at you, Arrow. Check if that pull pause I just posted, if it works. Okay, cool, let's check it out. Oh, this one may work, hold on. Let's finish off with this one. Alright. Let's see what happens with this. Hold on. This should be interesting. What? That's the most bizarre thing ever. What if IF schedules are you doing? Yeah, exactly. 16:8. It'll be 7 now. I'll probably look through the YouTube, find a few interesting cat videos. Go ahead. Let's do so go ahead and have a blast with the YouTube with the cat videos, all right? I believe yellow is the color for our Rebel Art contest this month. So go ahead and also when you're on the Discord, go and get your applications in for the Rebel Art contest. It's all for bragging rights, and it gives us all something fun to do in between the streams. Last time I'm going to pitch it. VIP this Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is the Tripolar Anniversary listening party. We're going to be listening down to the whole album, and I'm going to be telling you stories track by track, everything that you haven't heard from the entire... stories you never heard about the recording process. And there's going to be more that I won't even get to because we won't have enough time, but it's probably going to be a 2-hour VIP concert. Blue is the color for the Rebel Art contest. I apologize. Yellow was last one. Secondly, these are available for a limited time. I have a handful of these that I've taken from my personal stash. This is the Fly EP. This was the second release in Australia before we came over and did Dressed Up as Life. They're out of print. They're available. If you want to grab one, go ahead and click the link to the merch store. They are autographed and personalized. And then in about 30 minutes to an hour, we will be back recording vocals. It'll be a rabbit hole stream in the studio, but we will be doing all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And then is there anything else that I missed on Darlene? There's some new merch up in the store if you guys want to check the new merch that's available. And we're going to be working on little Shim tees. Get you know what, Rebel? If you want, tell Hootie Tootie to put together a Lil Shim keep calm and stay fearless shirt with Lil Shim on it. Let's do that and see what you can come up with. And also let us know about the subtitling in the volunteer meetings. If anyone wants to do nothing for now, but tomorrow, yes. If anyone wants to do more interactive stuff and have more access to the Hollywood Rebellion, you can email smfansocials@gmail.com or just hit up Don and Darlene right here and say you want to get involved in volunteering to promote everything that we're doing here more. And that's what all the mods do. That's what we have volunteers here. And thank you very much to all of our beautiful and generous volunteers for your time and your energy and your effort. And also to everyone who donated for this CPAP machine, which I am literally going to order while I'm having lunch. Thank you so much for all of your kindness and your generosity. I appreciate you. I'll be seeing you in like an hour, but this was a really fun stream. Thank you so much. Who was around to shoot off this very beautiful, warm, tasty raid to? Let's take a look around real quick. Who do we have? Oh, most of them are offline now. We've got the Dapper Rapper. Is he playing video games? I bet he's playing video games. Who do we even have? I think we're going to have to shoot it to Taran Seattle Sashi Boom. What is that? Taran? How do we do that? Just get, you know what? You guys pick it. Who do you think? Sean? Lady Grace says Taran? Taran? Okay, so is that her full name? Let's see. Hilsey says Taran. Is that the right one? Did I put in the right one? Let me know if that's the right one. Taran_Seattle. So that's not the right one. Here we go. Wait for it. It's going to be awesome. Taran_Seattle. So you know that last little fun story about my kid, right? So you know that your kid is starting, is this the right one? Let me know if it's the right one. You know your kid's starting to take after you when he's not allowed to turn the TV on with the remote. His mum says, you can watch TV while you're having lunch. He comes to me with the remote and he says, Mummy said I could watch TV. And he pushes some random button in the middle and says, I turned it on. And I said, no, you didn't. And he said, wait for it. Wait for it. And I sat there watching him watch the blank TV. It takes a minute, it takes a second to turn on and warm up. And he was there and he pressed the OK button, not the power button. And he's like, pushed it and he's like, wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And he started building this shit up in his head. And that's what I say every time. That is my thing of like, is we're going to get there. It's going to be good. Wait for it. We're going on a raid. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.